Let's be honest. You've got one of these in your office somewhere. The strategic plan. It costs a small fortune to produce, hundreds of staff hours, and right now, it's probably gathering dust or holding open a door. This binder is full of great intentions, but it's a failure. And the real cost of this failed plan isn't just the paper that it's printed on. It's the wasted time, the squandered budget, and the lost momentum. But the most expensive part, it's the cynicism. It's the eye rolls we see from our team when we utter the words strategic plan. You lose their trust, you lose their buy-in, and you end up right back where you started, just a little bit more frustrated. If that sounds familiar, I've got two things to say to you. First, it's not your fault. Second, there is a simple, fundamental reason why these things are doomed from the very start. I'm going to tell you what that reason is and also give you a very, very simple framework so that you can make sure that these plans in the future live, breathe, and ultimately get the results that you and your organization want. The single biggest mistake that organizations make in strategic planning is they jump right into answering how before first determining why and what. From city halls across the country to community-based nonprofits, they answer how because it makes sense. How are we going to make this budget work? How can we make this program more effective? How is where the action is, so we rush to it. We find comfort in that, it's tangible. But there's an old proverb that says, what's the use in running if you're not on the right road? So we can be effective, we can improve our hows, but if we're not globally heading in a great direction, those hows can be as efficient and effective as they could possibly be, but they're not getting us to the destination that we want to get to. Legendary management thinker Peter Drucker said, one of my favorite quotes, he says, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." He's right. Your culture, that is your why as an organization. We have to answer why before we can answer how. Your organization's culture, that's the gas in the tank. That's why you get up. That's your purpose. Those are your core beliefs. Most plans fail because they completely skip over the why, maybe give a nod to the what, and jump right to the how. The most successful and sustainable strategic plans first define why, their North Star, their core beliefs. Then they define what, our vision, our winning ambitions, where we're heading, before they have earned the right to answer how we're going to get there. Let's break it down. First, why. Like I said, this is your North Star. This is your reason for existence, your purpose. This is an encapsulation of our core beliefs as an organization. This is about defining the heart of who we are at our best. Once your why is clear, we can move on to our what. If the why is the gas in our tank, the what is our destination. That is where we are heading as an organization. Over the next 3 to 5 years, can we paint a clear and compelling picture of where we want to be as an organization? What are our winning ambitions? That's our what. Why, what, how. When you follow this process in this order, there's no longer these passionate debates over the tactical things that we're going to do. There's a massive distraction in strategic planning. What we end up with is a filter through our why and our what to discuss the tactical things that we're going to do to get to our destination. And in this process, we can build buy-in from the very beginning by involving our critical team members in the development of this North Star, of our why. In this way, when we build buy-in, our employees are not just receiving it, they have ownership. This is how you create a plan that lives off the page. This is how you create a plan that becomes a part of your daily work. You create a plan that can withstand political shifts and election cycles. You create a plan that wins. And the thing about these plans and this framework is that strategy isn't hard. It doesn't have to be. There's nothing mystical about this. You can do this in your organization. In my other videos, we're going to talk more in depth about the workshops and the tools that we've developed to find your why as an organization, the tools we've developed to define your what over the next 3 to 5 years, your vision, your winning ambitions, and also a number of different workshops that you can use to take that why and that what and apply day-to-day work, define your hows as an organization to get to where you want to get to. And don't worry, you don't always have to bring in an external facilitator or an external consultant. There's a lot of benefits to bringing in a non-biased external consultant, and we've got a whole list of pros and cons, but I'm here to tell you that there are just as many pros for building strategy and facilitation as a core competency within your organization. So hop on our website, learn more about those pros and cons, and also take our free facilitation skills assessment. There you'll learn about the strengths and weaknesses of your facilitation archetype. You'll learn about areas that you could be mindful of as you're going into a facilitation to improve. And we also have recommendations on other archetypes for facilitation that would be great co-facilitators for you in that process. Thanks so much. I'll see you on the next one. Go to cityy.com now and download our free paper that outlines this sequential process from why to what to how to improve the strategic clarity for your organization.